Hello, my name is Joe Richardson and I'm the Strategic Executive Leader of the St Thomas Catholic Academies Trust in the south of the Diocese of Northampton. I'm speaking to you today because I want to invite you to join a programme preparing for leadership in our Catholic schools. And I want to do that in a way that I hopefully is going to be somewhat unique to what you might have anticipated before. When I think back over the many years that I've been doing interviews in schools for Catholic leaders and other posts for that matter, it just struck me just how many barriers there must be to people who may not be working in our Catholic schools, but actually have got a real integrity to their faith, a deep desire to serve children, and a deep desire to serve the mission of our church. And when I was reflecting on that, as I was stood there one Sunday, looking around our church and thinking about the challenges that we have in Catholic leadership, it just struck me that perhaps we need to do all that we can to reach out to people, not just within our Catholic schools, but to beyond our Catholic schools, to help people to make that transition, if they need to, from a setting that may not be in our Catholic schools currently, but back into the sector. And I honestly don't know what the barriers might be for someone who is in that position, because my career has taken me from NQT to the position I'm in now in Catholic schools all the way. So I don't know what it feels like to be a mass-going Catholic who works outside of the Catholic sector and may have all sorts of barriers and perceptions in their mind as to why it might be difficult to make that transition to be a leader in a Catholic school. But the encouraging thing is I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen really well, and I've seen it happen a lot of times now. And I've teamed up with a group of people who are going to help you if you're in that position too. So we want to make sure that you are accompanied, I think that's the right word to use, accompanied on your journey into Catholic leadership if that's the right thing for you. We want you to explore all those barriers that you might have, whether they are internal barriers, things that you think might be a problem but actually aren't, or indeed external barriers, just knowing the things that you don't know actually already. And I feel really confident that actually I've got a team of people who can help you make that transition into Catholic leadership with the full knowledge that on day one, when you start as a deputy head teacher in a Catholic school or as a head teacher at a Catholic school, you are just at the beginning of a journey, and you are not necessarily, and you shouldn't feel that you have to be, the finished article yet. None of us are the finished article, are we, actually, in the fullness of everything. We're all developing as we go along. So I hope you will take this opportunity. I hope you will think very carefully about whether or not we can help you. Just a little bit about the programme. We've got 4 amazing speakers. I know you'll understand why I say amazing and fabulous and beautiful in a minute. So Annie McGill is the executive leader of the Xavier Academy Trust, and she is astonishingly brilliant. Her track record of developing Catholic leaders, both from within Catholic schools and outside of Catholic schools, is peerless, really. So there's no one who's done it better than Annie. We have Martin Bonner, who's the head teacher at St Thomas More School in Bedford. St Thomas More's got a really rich tradition of celebrating the spirituality of the school in a really distinctive way, and there's some brilliant people in their chaplaincy team there. And Martin's come from outside of the Catholic sector and is in his first headship in the Catholic sector now, and is working brilliantly with the team there at St Thomas More. So it would be interesting to hear his experiences about how he's done that. Fiona Maynard is one of the primary head teachers in the St Thomas Trust group, and she's based in Slough at St Ethelbert School in Slough, and has taken a school on a real journey of improvement, and started there as deputy head, is now the head teacher there, and you can just see the school improving year on year on year under Fiona's leadership. And of course she does that through the lens of our faith. She does that through the things that we try to achieve together. And the last person is not a school leader, but it's Father Brendan Series. So Father Brendan is one of the priests in the parish where I go, and part of the St Barnabas cluster in Milton Keynes. And I know he does loads of work with the primary schools and also with St Paul's School as well, and is very eloquent, very good to talk to. And he will be able to reflect on how the clergy will be able to support you in the work that you do, in the work that you undertake, and gradually help you to grow in that mission, in that role that we've all got together. So those are the 4 key people that will be involved in there. And we'll have someone to guide us spiritually through that. So I'll have one of our trust chaplains who is very generously going to start each session with a reflection and a prayer. And also we have Colette Curtis from the diocese. She'll be joining us for the final session, which I'll put some input into as well, just guiding you on how to write a good letter, how to get some support. Now, probably the best thing about all of this is not, the sessions are going to be great, right? But probably the best thing about it all is more likely going to be that we're going to buddy you up with a serving head teacher. So if you are interested in a post in a Catholic school in the future, at some point in the future, it could be this year, it could be next year, it could be in 2 years' time, we don't care really. We just want you to have that support fundamentally. And then we're going to buddy you up with a serving head teacher. Probably not in the area where you'd be looking for a job, so there'd be no conflict of interest there or anything like that. We're quite careful about that if we possibly can. And that person will guide you, through the interview process, through how do you write a good letter, how do you make that letter distinctly Catholic, and all those sorts of things that are, that will be new to you and new to someone, and will be one of those barriers in your head. How do I write a good letter? Well, if I would, to give you any advice, I'd say speak to some great head teachers who've written some great letters over the years, and Colette Curtis will have seen a lot of those letters. So, we'll be able to guide you and support you in that way. So look, it is an invitation. Crucially, don't turn up all in suits and things like that. Turn up with a cup of tea, turn up with a glass of wine if you need to, because it's going to be in the evening. It's going to be deliberately very informal. There's no assignments. There's nothing like that. It's all about questions. It's all about dialogue. It's all about discussion. It's all about, what John Henry Newman talked about, creating a bond of connections between people. So that's what I'm trying to do, trying to create those links in the chain so that you can do a great job fulfilling the mission of the church and fulfilling your mission to spread the good news, because as Catholics, that's all our job, isn't it? So thank you very much indeed. Take care, God bless, and I look forward to seeing your application to be on the course. Take care now, bye-bye.